Hello students, today we are going to study chapter number 5 of EVS. EVS. The name of the chapter is I Love Gujarat. Students, tell me, where do you stay? Yes, we all are staying in Ahmedabad. And where this Ahmedabad lies? Ahmedabad is in Gujarat. It is the city of Gujarat. You all know that our country India has 28 states and 9 union territories. Among these 28 states, Gujarat is one of the states where do you reside. That means Ahmedabad lies in Gujarat. Gujarat state came into being in May 1960. It is situated on the west coast of India. The state is bounded by Arabian Sea on the west and the neighboring states are Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. The capital of Gujarat is Gandhinagar. Now children, are you interested to have a tour of Gujarat with the bird flamingo? Now see the picture in your textbook. It is the picture given of flamingo. The bird is flamingo. And you know that from where flamingo comes. So let's have a look. Let's start our chapter, or we can say the tour of Gujarat. Now children, have you heard about migratory birds? What are migratory birds? Migratory birds are birds which travels from one place to another at regular time, often over long distances. These birds migrate for their food and for their nesting locations. When they don't find favorable conditions in their areas, they travel from their place to other places for survival. For example, flamingo, Siberian cranes, Amur falcons, etc. So, in this chapter, flamingo, a bird which is from foreign country, came to India, and that is in Gujarat. So that flamingo is also called a state bird of Gujarat. So once flamingo comes to Gujarat and want to see entire Gujarat. So as soon as possible flamingo reached Gujarat, he met with Chinkara first. His friend Chinkara. Now who is Chinkara? Chinkara is found in South Asia. It prefers to live in grasslands and desert areas. So Chinkara welcomed flamingo and ready to show desert of Kutch to flamingo. So as I already told you, flamingo is a migratory bird, and not only flamingo, some other birds are also there which come along with them for their survival. Okay. So flamingo is curious to know about the run of Kutch because he heard that most of the quantity of salt is produced in Kutch. So he wants to know whether it is true or not. So he asked this to Chinkara. Chinkara tells flamingo that it is true that more than half of total production of salt of our country, means the country India, okay, is produced in small desert of Kutch. Desert of Kutch is also known as Great Run of Kutch. It is the largest salt desert in the world. This is inhabited by the Kutchi people. It is also designated as World Heritage Site. Run of Kutch was part of the sea until an earthquake turned the exposed seabed into a sprawling desert. Students, every year Ran Utsav is organized here. People from all over the world are visiting the great Run of Kutch to experience this unique festival, that is Ran Utsav. Now, Kandla Port. Kandla, officially Deen Dayal Port Trust, is a seaport in Kutch district of Gujarat state. The port of Kandla is India's hub for exporting grains and importing oils, and it is the one of the highest earning ports in the country. Major imports entering the port of Kandla are petroleum, chemicals and iron and steel machinery. It also handles grains, textiles and salt. So, after knowing about the Kutch, Flamingo wants to visit other parts of Gujarat also. So, he took the leave from Chinkara and said bye-bye to Chinkara and moved on. Now students, one important thing about Kutch is that grass growing in the Bani region of Kutch is the tallest grass in Asia. Now, duck, vulture, eagle, crane, etc. are some birds which come from other places to your village. The birds which travel from different countries to our country are known as migratory birds. And these birds come to our country in search of favorable conditions to survive, because there is severe cold and they want warmth to survive. Now, after visited Run of Kutch, Flamingo reached to Pirotan Island of Jamnagar district located in Bay of Kutch. Pirotan Island is a small island and spread around 3 square kilometer area. It is full of greenery in the lap of nature. This island has decent mangroves cover and good marine life. This island is part of Jamnagar Marine National Park. Lots of crowd come here, especially on weekends. To visit this place, prior permission is required. Here the flamingo meets with dolphin and tells that they are migratory birds from cold region and during winter they come to Gujarat for their survival. So here dolphin introduces flamingo with the marine life. Dolphin is the national aquatic animal of our country. Dolphin shows the coral reefs to flamingo. Dolphin introduces other aquatic animals like starfish, jellyfish, sea cucumber, tortoise, octopus, etc. Now, after visiting island, Flamingo reached to Gir forest. Gir forest is famous for its Asiatic lions in entire Asia. Lion welcomes Flamingo and explains about the sanctuary and the Asiatic lions. Flamingo is very curious to know that what is a sanctuary. Lion explains a protected region where animals and birds can move freely without any fear and can be protected and bred is known as sanctuary. There are some times in Gujarat for animals like bear, wild ass, blackbird and chinkara. Now let's explore about some sanctuaries and wildlife parks in Gujarat. First is Kutch Desert Wildlife Sanctuary in Kutch, which was notified in 1968. Maps wildlife supported here are Chinbora, hyena, fox, flamingo, etc. Next is Gir National Park, which is in Gir Somnath, Junagadh and Amreli. Here you will find lion, leopard, hyena, tinkara, crocodiles and some variety of birds also. It was notified in 1965. Next is Balaram Ambaji Wildlife Sanctuary in Banaskantha. Here you will find sloth bear, leopard, bear, wildcat, etc. and it was notified in 1989. Next is Blackbuck National Park, which is in Bhavnagar. Here you will find blackbuck, fox, etc. Next is Vasantha National Park in Navsari. Here you will find leopard, hyena, deer and Chosingha. It was established in 1979. Next is Nal Sarovar Bird Sanctuary. Here you will find 250 different types of bird species of migratory as well as local birds. It is near to Ahmedabad and very near to Sanand village. Next is Jessore Sanctuary, or we can say Jessore Sloth Bear Sanctuary, which is in Banaskantha. It is famous for its flora and fauna, but it is famous for the sloth bear also. Last is Marine National Park, which is in Gulf of Kutch. Here you will find a variety of marine species and it was notified in 1982. Here you will find corals, seahorse, octopus, starfish, dolphins, etc. Now next, Flamingo goes to Girnar. Girnar, a group of temples of Jainism, are situated on the Mount Girnar, situated near Junagadh in Junagadh district. It is 3,507 feet high. Girnar, also known as Girinagar and Ramatak Parvat, a group of mountains in the Junagadh district of Gujarat. There are other hills also in Gujarat. Other than Pavagadh in Vindhyachal hill ranges in Panchmahal. Then Satpura in the Satpura ranges of Dang district. Then Arasur hill in the Aravali ranges of Banaskantha. And Shatrunjay in Bhavnagar. There are many small large hills in the Gujarat. Here are given some more names of hills with the district, like I already said Girnar in Junagadh, then Arasur in Banaskantha, Satpura in Dang, Shatrunjan in Bhavnagar. Like that, Vindhyachal is in Daud district, Bardo Hills in Porbandar and Jamnagar district, etc. etc. All these are the other names of hills with the district. Now next is Vindhyachal. Vindhyachal is located near Daud district of Gujarat. Vindhyachal or Vindhya range is a complex system of discontinuous hill ranges in West Central Asia. These mountains represents the traditional boundaries between South and North India. The western edge of the mountain range lies in the state of Gujarat. Bardo Hills. Bardo Hills are situated between Porbandar and Jamnagar district. This is the oldest and historical mountains of Saurashtra. Climate here is hot and dry. Parnera Hills. Parnera Hills are situated in Parnera town of Valsad district. It is located around 4 miles away from Valsad city. Height of hill from ground is around 500 feet. Next is Chotila temple or Chotila Dungar is located 170 km away from Ahmedabad. There is Ma Chamunda temple on top of the mountain. There are more than 500 steps at Chotila hill. Next is Kalodungar or Black Hill. Kalodungar or Black Hill is the highest point in Kutch, Gujarat at about 1516 feet. It is located 97 km away from Bhuj. This is the only place from where the panoramic view of the Great Run of Kutch is possible. It is also famous for 400-year-old Dattatreya temple. Next is Bhujio Dungar. Bhujio Dungar or Bhujia Hill is located on the outskirts of town of Bhuj. The Bhujia fort built on the hill overlooks the town. This hill is 160 meter high at one hand. Bhujang Naga temple and the fort wall on the hill is the main things of Bhujio Dungar. Next is Veraval. Veraval fishing all along Gujarat, 1600 kilometer coastline, the longest in India. Fishing is an important economic activity here. There is no bigger fishing hub than Veraval. Once on a seaport of the Nawab of Junagadh, it is now the largest fishing hub in Gujarat. Veraval has 80 fish factories where they catches processed and dispatched for export to sold in European and other markets. The domestic market includes most of central and north India. The catch from fishing port like Okha, Jharkhand, Mangrol and Porbandar is also processed in Veraval and exported. Next is Alang Port, Bhavnagar. Alang Port in Bhavnagar is a ship yard, major worldwide center for ship breaking. Now what is ship breaking? Ship breaking or ship demolition is a type of ship disposal involving the breaking up of ship for either a source of parts which can be sold for reuse or for the extraction of raw materials. It may also be known as ship dismantling, ship cracking or ship recycling. Alang Port is world's biggest ship breaking yard with hundreds of ships getting scrapped each year. It has become an official storage facility for toxic waste. Radioactive elements, poisonous gases and waste unusable oil. The longest ship ever built seas-wise, Giant, was sailed and beached here for demolishing in 2009. Now trees in Dang region. Dang region is covered with trees. About 26 species of trees were identified in a survey in which 60% of teak, 18% of sadad. There are 7 prominent species with calcum, kudi, tanag, lebar and kakar. Teak is a tropical hardwood tree species. Teak wood has a leather-like smell when it is freshly milled, and is particularly valued for its durability and water resistance. The wood is used for boat building, exterior construction, veneer, furniture, carving, turnings, and other small wood projects. Teak is also found in Dang forest. Dang is a district in a state of Gujarat in India. Dang has an area of 1769 square kilometer and population of 2,28,291. Dang district has part of forest that includes Pune Wildlife Sanctuary, which is shared between the districts of Dang and Tapi. Most of the Dang region is covered with forest. Now next is botanical garden of Waghai is around. Waghai Botanical Garden, South Dang, Saputara. Botanical Garden of Waghai is around 4 km from Waghai city towards Saputara. This garden has different variety of trees and bamboos. It is spread over a huge area. The major interaction is a small house which has a variety of cacti. Next is Gira waterfalls. Gira waterfalls are situated in Dang district of Gujarat. Best season to visit this waterfall is monsoons, as you can witness them in full stream. Adventure lovers can do hiking, trekking, paragliding, zip line crossing and valley crossing in Saputara. This waterfall is 30-meter natural drop into Ambika river. Now let's study about rivers of Gujarat. Students, 4 main rivers of Gujarat are mentioned here, and the very important dam that is Sardar Sarovar Dam. First is Narmada river, which is also called Rewa, is also known as lifeline of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat for its huge contribution to the state of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat in many ways. Narmada rises from Ambarkantak plateau. It forms the traditional boundary between North and South India and flows westward over a length of 1312 km before draining through the Gulf of Khambhat into the Arabian Sea, 30 km west of Bharuch city of Gujarat. Narmada is a Sanskrit word meaning the giver of pleasure. The Sardar Sarovar Dam is among the 30 large dams proposed in Narmada Valley with a total installed power generation capacity of 1450 megawatt. It is the third highest dam in India. Then Sabarmati River. Sabarmati River is one of the major west flowing rivers in India. It originates in the Aravalli range of Udaipur district of Rajasthan. Its length is in Gujarat is 323 kilometers. During India's independence, Mahatma Gandhi established Sabarmati Ashram at his home at the banks of this river. There are several reservoirs on Sabarmati and its tributaries. Sabarmati riverfront is a waterfront being developed along the banks of river Sabarmati, Ahmedabad. The Dharoi Dam. The Dharoi Dam is located on the Sabarmati River about 165 km upstream Ahmedabad in village Dharoi of Mehsana district. It was constructed in 1978. It has catchment area of 5,540 square kilometer, out of which about 2,640 kilometer lies in Gujarat state. Tapi River. Tapi River is a river in central India between to the Godavari and Narmada River. The river has a length of 724 km. Its origin is near Multai in Madhya Pradesh. From there it enters Maharashtra and then flows into Gujarat, where its mouth is near Surat. The river is supposed to be named after the goddess Tapti, the daughter of the sun gold. Tapi is the sister of Shani, Bhadra, Yamuna and Yama. Next is Ukai Dam. The Ukai Dam, constructed across the Tapi River, is the second largest reservoir in Gujarat after the Sardar Sarovar. Constructed in 1972, the dam is made for irrigation, power generation and flood control. Its area is about 2,255 square kilometer, a water spread of about 52,000 hectares. Next is Mahisagar. The Mahisagar is a river in western India. It rises in MP and after flowing through the Wagad region of Rajasthan enters Gujarat and flows into the Arabian Sea. Mahi River flows through the north of Vadodara city. It covers 360 miles before it enters the sea. River Mahi is worshipped by people and has many temples and places of worship along its shore. It is popularly described as Mahi Sagar due to the vastness of the river. Next is Kandana Dam. Kandana Dam was built in 1979 in the village of Kandana. It was constructed to provide irrigation, hydropower and flood protection. It is built on Mahi River near Vadodara. Now, next is the difference between bridge and dams. Dams and bridge both are constructed on river, but there is a difference between bridge and dams. Bridge is constructed over the rivers, whereas dams are constructed at the rivers for the storage of water, which directs and slow down the flow of water. So these are the four main rivers of Gujarat: Sabarmati River, Narmada River, Tapi River and the Mahisagar. Nal Sarovar is a bird sanctuary situated between Ahmedabad and Surendranagar. On the onset of winter, different types of foreign birds are seen here. So, we already discussed about the sanctuaries and the Nal Sarovar bird sanctuary also previously. So, by this, the tour of Gujarat is over here with the bird flamingo, and at last the bird flamingo says that he enjoyed the tour of Gujarat a lot and he loves Gujarat. Even we are residing in Gujarat, so we can proudly say that I love Gujarat. Gujarat is ours, neither mine nor yours, neither his nor hers. Gujarat belongs to us, Gujarat is ours. So here I conclude the chapter, and if you have any doubt or any query, ask me in interactive session. Feel free to clear your doubts in interactive session. Till then, stay home, stay safe.